don't spend your time chasing butterflies. If you tend to your garden, the butterflies will come on their own. A writer once said, "Happiness is just like that butterfly. The more we chase it, the further away it feels, as if we can never truly reach it." But scientists say there's actually a formula for happiness, and if we cultivate our garden in the right way, the butterflies will come. In this video, we're going to talk about the formula for happiness that scientists recommend. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. Hi everyone, I'm Asha. What makes you happy? I don't know if you've ever really thought about it, but I spent a lot of time thinking about what makes you, me, and other people happy. Welcome. Let me start by telling you a story. A merchant sends his son to learn the secret of happiness from a wise man. The wise man gives the boy a spoon with 2 drops of oil and asks him to tour the mansion, but with one condition: the boy must not spill the oil. As the boy walks around, focusing so much on the oil in the spoon, he misses all the beauty around him. The rich tapestries, antique candelabras, and stunning gardens. When he returns, the wise man asks him what he thought of the mansion's wonders. The boy admits he didn't notice anything. The wise man tells him to take another walk, this time paying attention to the surroundings. The boy marvels at the grandeur, the gold, the silk, the beautiful gardens. But when he gets back, he realizes he's spilled the oil. The wise man then says, "The secret to happiness is to see all the wonders of the world without forgetting about the 2 drops of oil in your spoon." After reading this little story from The Alchemist, I thought for a while about what it means to see the world's wonders without forgetting the oil. I came to the conclusion that being happy is about finding balance in life. So often we get caught up in work or the day-to-day grind and end up neglecting our loved ones, our health, our hobbies, and much more. We're so focused on the oil that we forget to enjoy life. And by the time we look up, it's often too late. So, what is this balance? What's in the equation for it? And how do we achieve it? To answer these questions, I'll share with you the happiness formula that scientists have put forward. That way, we'll better understand what makes us happy and how to achieve it in a balanced way. We often chase happiness like we're chasing a butterfly, thinking we'll be happy once we win the lottery, fall in love, get rich, or retire. We wait for these moments to come, or worse, we chase them tirelessly. But scientists tell us that instead of chasing the butterfly, we need to tend to our own garden. In other words, to be happy, we need to recognize what brings us joy and make room for it in our lives. So, let me tell you how to fill your garden with butterflies. The first component of the happiness formula is the relationships we build. The reason is that humans are one of the most social species on the planet. I always emphasize that the human brain feels good when it forms deep and meaningful connections with others. We need warm, supportive, and close relationships. Evolutionary biology, neuroscience, and positive psychology all agree on this. Research from Harvard University shows that feeling lonely is 3 times more harmful to our health than smoking, obesity, or lack of physical activity. Now, I'm not talking about intentional solitude. I often make time to be alone, and in those moments, I don't feel lonely. But what's harmful is unintentional loneliness, the kind where you want to spend time with others, but you can't because you don't have friends, or you're surrounded by people but still feel alone because you lack deep connections. Unfortunately, modern city life puts us in situations where we feel lonely, even in crowded places like subways, buses, or apartment complexes. In reality, just having 3 or 4 people in your life that you feel close to, who support you during tough times and celebrate good times with you, is enough. If I had to choose just one thing from the happiness formula, I'd say relationships are the most important because they bring us the most joy. The second component is having a sense of purpose. This concept might seem abstract, so let me explain what I mean. Scientists define purpose as feeling like you're part of something bigger than yourself. When we believe we're contributing to something larger, our lives feel more meaningful. For instance, people with deep religious beliefs find purpose in their connection to God. A woman who becomes a mother after years of waiting might find her purpose in raising her child with love and care. For me, spreading joy and positivity has been my life's mission since childhood. Helping others feel happy gives me a sense of purpose. Working toward this goal makes me feel like my life has meaning. As you can see, purpose is subjective. Everyone finds it in different places. Some people find it in yoga or Buddhism, while others might find it in building a billion-dollar tech company. It's all about who you are, your values, and what gives your life meaning. Research shows that people who feel they have a sense of purpose are much happier because this feeling provides deep spiritual fulfillment. The third component is self-actualization, feeling like you're using your potential and achieving success. For example, many people ask why I quit my job, especially since I loved the people I worked with. And my job was dynamic and fun, but deep down I felt like I wasn't using my full potential. I'd always wanted to do something related to happiness, so I decided to give it a try. Now, I feel like I'm using my talents and fulfilling my potential. To achieve this, setting goals is key. Remember the happiness hormone, dopamine? It's released when we think about something exciting, motivating us to take action. That's why having dreams and setting goals is so important. They make us feel good, push us to act, and help us realize our potential. The fourth component is having a positive mindset. Life is truly a mental game. Imagine two friends going on a trip. Afterward, one says the trip was amazing, while the other says it was mediocre. Why? Because we each see the world through the lens of our own values, judgments, and thoughts. The more positive the lens, the more beauty we find. Building a positive mindset means creating that positive filter, practicing gratitude, believing that even tough situations will lead to something good, and finding joy in small things. These practices train our minds to stay in a state of peace and gratitude, rather than anxiety or fear. A positive mindset leads to more frequent and easily accessible moments of happiness. The fifth and final component is health. Taking care of your body is essential for happiness because it's directly tied to the hormones and chemicals our bodies produce. If we want to feel happy, we need to provide our bodies with the right ingredients, just like how you can't make tomato soup without tomatoes. The 3 key ingredients are eating well, sleeping 7-8 hours a night, and moving your body. Even if you follow all the other steps, if you're eating fast food, not exercising, and only sleeping 5 hours a night, happiness isn't guaranteed. You need the right ingredients for your body to create the happiness chemicals. I'll go into more detail in a future video, but the link between health and happiness is undeniable. As you can see, happiness is a complex concept. It's both subjective, changing with our personality and life circumstances, and holistic, requiring effort in many areas of life. This is why happiness is about balancing the wonders around us with the 2 drops of oil in the spoon. We must spend time with loved ones, pursue our dreams, and take care of ourselves. I want to remind you that it's impossible to focus on everything at once. Yes, there's a formula for happiness, but we each need to adapt it to our lives. There will be times when your career takes center stage, and others when family or health comes first. The key is to remember what brings us happiness and to cultivate our garden step by step, without stress or haste. I read something once during a very busy time in my life. Years from now, when you look back, it's not the hours you spent at your computer or on your phone that you'll remember. It's the memories you made with family and friends. I used to motivate myself by thinking that hard work would pay off in the long run, but I was chasing the butterfly too. That quote became a mantra for me. Take a break. You won't remember your computer screen, but you'll remember the memories you make with loved ones. Of course, I still need to work. Without work, I can't fulfill my potential or build my dreams. But if I never take a break, I might miss out on life while focusing too much on the 2 drops of oil. That's what happiness is. A balance. So, my question to you is, will you tend to your garden and invite the butterflies in, or will you keep chasing them? I'll leave you with that thought. Take care.